Hi friends, welcome back to Masters of Chemistry. So today in this video session we are going to start a new video lecture series on the electroanalytical techniques. So today in this video session we are going to discuss introduction to electroanalytical techniques and some of the basic terminologies which are generally used in the electroanalytical techniques. So let's start to study what is meant by electroanalytical technique and what are the terminologies or the basic term used in this electroanalytical technique. Now basically the electroanalytical techniques are the set of techniques which are based on the measurement of electricity, voltage and resistance produced by the solution during a electrochemical reaction. When the electrochemical reaction takes place inside the solution, how the electricity produced or the voltage or the resistance produced by the solution, that we are going to measure by using the some of the techniques that we are called as electroanalytical techniques. So in the word we can observe that electro means the electric moment or the electron moment and analytical means analysis, the analysis of electron moment. So if any electron shows the moment of the motion, the electricity is produced. So that we are going to analyze during the course of electroanalytical techniques. So basically electroanalytical techniques are classified into four types. One is the conductometry, second one is the potentiometry, then we have coulometry and voltammetry. So these are all techniques we are going to study in detail for an upcoming few video sessions. So today in this video we are going to just restrict ourselves on the terminology of the electroanalytical techniques. So electrode. So basically electrode are the metallical rod, either bar or the strip, which are either conduct or release the electron inside the solution. So electrode basically are the metallic rods or the bar which are placed inside the solution. Either they conduct the electricity or they release the electrons inside the solution. So these are called as electrodes. So basically the copper electrodes, iron electrodes or some of the mercuric electrodes are generally used in the electroanalytical techniques. Next one we have oxidation. Oxidation means when any electrode releases the electron within the solution are called as oxidation. So generally suppose we have a zinc molecule, when it is oxidized means it releases the 2 number of electron, then it become the zinc ion, Zn2 plus ion. So this is called as oxidation. So in electrochemistry, in analytical chemistry, oxidation means release of electron or loss of electron. Next we have reduction. When reduction means when any electron accept the electrons from the solution, called as reduction. Reduction means basically it is the loss of electron, that is accept of electrons is called as reduction, or the gain of electron is called as reduction. Suppose we have copper ion, copper 2 plus ion, when it accepts the 2 electrons it becomes the copper molecule. So this is called as reduction. Next one is the anode. So basically the anode is a negative electrode at which the oxidation is occur and it releases the electron in the solution. So basically anode is a negative electrode where the oxidation, that means the release of electron takes place and it releases the electron inside the solution. Now the basically anode is the electrode, negative electrode, so it attract the positive ion, so that ion we called as anion. So the anode is negative electrode but it attract the positive ion, so that positive ion we called as anion. So don't confuse it. So anode is the negative electrode, the reverse of that negative electrode is anion, that is positively charged. Next is cathode. So cathode is a positive electrode at which the reduction is occur. So reduction means the gain of electron is occur and it accept the electron. Now the cathode is positive electrode which attract the negative ion, so that ion we called as cation. So anion is the positively charged ion and cation is the negatively charged ion. Opposite of this anion and cation is the anode and cathode. Next one is the electrolyte. So the electrolyte basically it is the chemical compound when dissociate means when breaks into two parts. When dissociate in the solution it conduct the electricity. Suppose some of the electrolytes are KCl, sodium chloride, copper sulfate, potassium nitrate. So these are the electrolyte generally used as a as a electrolyte to conduct the electricity. Suppose we have sodium chloride. When sodium chloride are added in the solution, it dissociate into two parts. One is the sodium ion, another one is the chlorine, that is chlorine ion. So that conduct the electricity after dissociation. Next we have electrolysis. So generally the electrolysis is the process of decomposition of electrolyte by the passing of electricity through its solution. Suppose we have a sodium chloride solution. If we apply the electricity through this solution, the sodium chloride are dissociate into two parts. One is sodium, another one is the chloride ion and sodium ion, and then after decomposition it start to conduct the electricity. This is the basic mechanism of electrolysis, which are generally used in many of the electroanalytical techniques such as in conductometry and potentiometry. Next one is the conductance. So the conductance of a material is the property of a material due to which a material allowed to flow of ions through itself and conduct the electricity. So basically the conductance is the property of a material which allow the flow of ion through itself and start to conduct the electricity. That is called as conductance. So conductance also defined as it is the reciprocal of resistance of that material. Now the basic unit, that is SI unit of conductance is Simon, which is represented by a symbol capital S.